I'm Clive Gray. I'm a professor of immunology at Stellenbosch University in the Division of Immunology in the Biomedical Research Institute. I'm also Emeritus Professor at University of Cape Town, where I was the former chair of immunology in the Department of Pathology as well as the IDM. I started Immunopaedia actually on the back of an International Leadership Award that was awarded me in 2004, almost 20 years ago, can you believe, by the Elizabeth Glaser Pediatric AIDS Foundation. So I set about a website that linked pediatricians together around immunology, and hence the term Immunopaedia, which is really the immunology of pediatrics. So this is how it really started. And also it was centered at that time around HIV research. And really we've diversified hugely since then. Why don't we create a non-profit company and a public benefit organization? Because that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to offer benefit and an adjunct to immunology teaching and learning that's being offered anyway by other places, for something perhaps unique in the form of our case studies, in the form of our online learning and pre-course material for the courses that we run, and also some interactive contact time. And it's not university bound, but it's actually bound by our academic knowledge and networking we have. So we formed the public benefit organization on that basis. We first started working with the IUIS in 2014. It was a meeting in Nairobi where I introduced Immunopaedia to, at that time, the executive of the IUIS, and they immediately loved it. So we then started building courses and using Immunopaedia as a pre-course material. And our first course that we had like this was actually in Colombia, in Medellin, in 2015. We've been running pre-course materials in probably over 20 odd, maybe 22 courses now over the past 8 years. And we became a subcommittee of the IUIS Education Committee 3 years ago. And as I assume the chair of the Education Committee, there will be some new leadership regarding the interaction between the IUIS and Immunopaedia, which is a great thing. It's really the pinnacle of my professional career. It's really pulling the strands of my immunology, my work with the communities, and my kind of flair for the unknown, because that's one of the challenges, is always the unknown, together. And it will be a week's festival of immunology, theater, music, and many, many other areas of networking that are so crucial in today's world. And I think being the first time that the immunology community has met since the COVID pandemic in person, I think it's a very historic occasion, because it's also being held in Africa for the first time, and of course, hence in Cape Town for the first time. But also it's a celebration of the fact that really it was immunologists that really got us to where we are today with COVID vaccines, of course, with our virology colleagues as well. Obviously, immunology, the cutting edge talks, there'll be talks on COVID vaccines, there'll be talk on mRNA vaccines for other diseases, what we learned from COVID and how we can extend that to other diseases, whether it be infectious or non-infectious diseases like cancer, for example. We have a large emphasis on cancer immunology, as well as HIV, tuberculosis, malaria. But above and beyond the science, there is also entertainment. We have some superb jazz. We are working with young people in the communities in Khayelitsha, which is very close to Cape Town. And these young people have put on their impression and their ideas about what is the immune system. what is TB, what is HIV. So this will be very interesting for us to learn how the community regards immunology. One way is around global health. There is no distinction between people getting sick, people being healthy, climate change, One Health, animal health, for example, and the interaction and the interface between human health. There's no distinction really between understanding the molecular patterns of inhibitory or activating receptors on natural killer cells or T cells, and that which happens during infectious disease, causing pathogenesis, causing unbridled inflammation, which is related to new therapies, new targets, new treatments, cancer therapy. All of these areas are interrelated. It's almost like a systems approach in some ways. And so I really think that the future of immunology is around global health and how we can really build a stronger, healthier community across the world by understanding immunology.